from our new Formula One world champion. Well, without further ado, let's welcome to the stage Max Verstappen.
Welcome, Max.
Welcome, Max. If you would like to present the trophy to, one of our youngest drivers, Tuka.
To Kim.
Who am I presenting it to?
This young guy. This young rocket.
To you?
Yeah.
Here you go, mate.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah. There is a nice picture to do.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Felipe's awarding it to Noah.
Congratulations.
And Angelo too keen. And Angelo too keen. Brilliant. Let's have a quick word.
Yeah, now Keen, you are our youngest world champion tonight. Tell us, who was your motorsport idol that inspired you to take this journey? So we need a
Where's your
microphone for
microphone
this
gone?
young guy. Thank you.
You traded it in. Fair enough. I'd probably take the trophy over a microphone.
I grew up watching Lewis drive, Sebastian racing together. I've always looked up to all the top racers in F1 really, trying to learn from all the outings they've done, just trying to get the best from everyone. My motorsport idol was actually Ayrton Senna. He changed a lot in F1, and I look up to how he renovated our sport.
Great, thank you very much.
Amazing. What an
Thank
incredible
you.
speaker as well. Such young talent on and off the racetrack. Max, let's have a quick word, because obviously, you know, seeing this young talent here, I think it's actually really only a few years ago that this was your part of your career. How much of an influence does the karting world have on your racing career, and what advice would you give to these young drivers today?
Well, I mean, it's been really important for me as well. You know, you learn the very basics of what I'm still doing today, because at the end of the day, you know, if a brake pedal, throttle pedal, is steering wheel, it's still the same thing, right? It's just a bigger thing you're driving, but it's really important. Also, what I thought was very important back in the day for me before I moved to cars was to spend 1 year in shifters, and you just learn how to do starts, how to drive in the wet, using the gears, all these kind of things. So, and luckily that year also worked out very well for me at the time, winning the World Championship. But yeah, it is very important.
Excellent. Well, Max, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Max. Thank
we
you.
will be hearing from you again a little bit later. Some good advice there.
Congratulations once again, our karting champions, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
They look so young, but we've seen it before. It might not be too many years before these young racers are famous. And now we arrived at the grand final of tonight's gala, the celebration of the award winners and champions at the pinnacle of motorsport, the 2021 FIA Formula One World Championship.
Yeah, just as we thought things couldn't get any more emotional. What a season it has been as Mercedes-AMG Petronas faced its sternest challenge yet in this hybrid era from Red Bull Racing Honda in an absolutely thrilling battle between these two Formula One giants. And as those teams faced each other head-to-head, so too did their drivers. So Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, who found themselves dead level on points as they took their duel to that dramatic final round in Abu Dhabi last weekend. And I think you will all agree that this has been a Formula One season no one will ever forget.
For eons, rivalries have shaped history. But what is rivalry? A feeling. I can ask with the devil. State of mind. A force of nature.
It's our competitive disposition that drives us forward. Allows us to go further. Hit harder. Show no weakness. Echoed through the ages, Formula One's past shapes its future. Elevates it, transcending the sport itself. Its reach relentlessly jabbing at the world's four corners. Forged in a fight for superiority and supremacy. A mutual respect is born. This force pushes both parties to their apex. The unstoppable force against the immovable object. There is no respite. I cannot falter. I will not back down.
Max Verstappen is ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Leclerc goes off the track. Has Hamilton gone through? Yes, he has. Ocon wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton takes it away, but he lands on, and he's lost it. Ricardo wins! Alonso somehow is keeping Hamilton at bay.
So you just moved over on me, man.
Track very slippery.
Yeah, shut up!
Lando Norris slides off the track. It's provisional pole for George Russell. Come on! Woo! Fernando Alonso back on the podium. Oh, and it's Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez wins. Verstappen wins the Austrian Grand Prix.
Yes.
Best season I've ever commentated on.
At the moment, Mercedes don't have the answer to Max. Welcome everybody to Silverstone on this special Sunday for a British Grand Prix.
Lost a lot of ground over these last races. We need to bring out the lion, you know, all guns blazing. Hopefully we can have a very exciting race.
And it's lights out and away we go. Once again, Max Verstappen gets a decent start. Hamilton is right with him. Verstappen's ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Side of continent touch. That's a big crash.
Max, you okay?
Race has been stopped, so we have a red flag now.
I did give him the space, then I just opened up my corner.
I was ahead going in there, man. Fully alongside, it's my line.
Yeah, always takes two to tango. And at the end, you know, they were racing each other hard.
For me, it's very clear. I mean, Lewis has stuck a wheel up the inside. You don't do that here.
And Hamilton is back in the championship hunt. Don't you forget it.
Disrespectful when one guy is in the hospital and the other one is waving the flag around like nothing has happened.
And there was a gap. He left the gap, and I went for it. I will never back down from anyone. Of course, he's very, very aggressive.
Fought hard, it's not aggressive. It shows how they really are.
He really doesn't know me. Got a great battle in their hands. Game on.
Are you ready for some action then? Because it's lights out and away we go. And there's Lando Norris touch. Max Verstappen has gone tumbling down the order.
Again, taken out by Mercedes. So what you want?
Lewis Hamilton from 14th comes back to finish on the podium.
It's not how you fall, it's how you get back up.
Max Verstappen crosses the line to win the Dutch Grand Prix. They go wheel to wheel and Verstappen's hit Lewis Hamilton. They come together. It's happened again.
That's what you get when you don't leave the space.
It's 100 race victories and he retakes the championship lead. Hamilton down in 5th place. He wanted to stay out.
I told you he should have come in, man.
Max Verstappen leads the World Championship.
Max Verstappen wins the US Grand Prix. Verstappen is into the lead.
I'll get close.
Yes!
I gave it everything.
Lewis Hamilton sent to the back of the grid. He's trying to take the lead, but he is forced wide. Verstappen has to go off the track.
Hamilton with a much better exit.
Hamilton pulls ahead of Verstappen. He has gone from last to first.
It's not over yet.
Verstappen's gone past both of them. That was braced off from Max Verstappen.
Give the position back.
Oh, they touched Hamilton.
I don't know what's going on here, Max.
Lewis Hamilton takes victory in Saudi Arabia. The eyes of the world look to the conclusion to Hamilton versus Verstappen in 2021.
The two drivers contesting this championship are separated by 0 points.
Two of the greatest drivers this sport has ever seen are ready to put it all on the line for the ultimate prize in motorsport.
Hamilton gets a decent start and he's already ahead of Max Verstappen.
Hamilton's going to get the lead.
Oh, and Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton almost coming together.
Yes, to get that back.
No investigation necessary.
That is incredible.
The problem that Perez is causing Hamilton is enormous.
We're going to need a miracle in these last 10 laps.
Oh no, Nicholas Latifi has crashed.
And we've got a completely different situation.
That's unbelievable.
Lapped cars to overtake the safety car.
Is he right behind me?
We're going to have one lap of racing to decide the championship.
Verstappen's going for it to the inside.
Verstappen snatches the championship trophy from Lewis Hamilton. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. They almost make contact. The championship can only be won by one, and it's going Dutch.
Oh my Lord, Max! Oh my
Yes! Oh my God!
Max Verstappen, you are the world champion! The world champion! We absolutely love you.
Wow, what a season, what a rivalry it has been.
And to present the prize for third place in the FIA Formula One World Championship, please welcome Graham Stoker. And the third place driver is Valtteri Bottas. Congratulations, Valtteri, and well done. Thank you, Graham. And now, the award for the second placed driver goes to Sir Lewis Hamilton. And as we said earlier, Lewis cannot be with us tonight, but we salute him for his wonderful season.
We do indeed. And now we move on to the winning team. The winning Formula One Constructors' Championship. Actually, we're going to welcome back Stefano Domenicali first, who is going to present the trophy up on stage. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. Your trophy is here. And the winner of the championship for the Constructors' title is Mercedes-AMG Petronas. And to receive the award, please welcome the team Chief Technical Officer, James Allison. Now, James, we get a quick word with you because this is truly remarkable. A record-setting 8th consecutive Constructors' World Championships. What is it about this team that means you just keep on winning year after year?
I don't know. That would be too long a list to actually go into. It's a very, very difficult thing to do, to win one championship, to do two. Quite remarkable. 8, it just, words fail me. It is a brilliant group of people who work tirelessly, and I can't stress enough what a massive pleasure it is to be able to pick up this trophy today after a championship of such quality, and to have to have had the pleasure of fighting like cats and dogs all year with Red Bull, brilliant opponents. We get on each other's tits a bit, but that's how it should be, and it was just a fantastic fight. So yeah, very, very grateful for that.
Well, it certainly kept us very, very entertained. We are hugely grateful. Congratulations once again to Mercedes AMG Petronas and James Allison. Thank you. Okay, so at this point, we would now like to ask the FIA President, Jean Todt, to come back on stage for the final presentation of this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. Through 22 Grand Prix around the world, his battle with Sir Lewis Hamilton has kept us gripped during what will be remembered as one of the great Formula One seasons.
Indeed, after a rivalry that could not have been closer. A man who can now cherish his first Formula One title. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and give a massive show of respect to the 2021 FIA Formula One World Champion, Max Verstappen.
Max, please. Max, many congratulations. So, Formula One World Champions. How is that sounding to you now, just a few days on from Abu Dhabi?
It's my life goal achieved, so it sounds pretty decent, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Life goal achieved, so what do you do now?
Well, everything what comes next is just a bonus, to be honest. So I'm of course going to keep pushing. I'm going to be in F1 for a few more years, but you know, this has been an incredibly tough season as well. I mean, especially, you know, looking back at it and also seeing these like shots, you know, especially with my dad, you know, going back in the day, go-karting, when I saw these 3 go-karts up here as well, you know, everything comes back, and traveling all over Europe with that one goal is first, you know, getting to Formula One, but then actually be successful in Formula One, win races and fight for that title. And I was very lucky to have a lot of good friends, family, you know, especially my dad and then my girlfriend, all there in Abu Dhabi. And yeah, what a crazy race in general. I mean, if they would have told me that was going to happen the night before, I probably would have had a heart attack and I couldn't compete. But yeah, insane.
Can you just put us into the driving seat for a moment? That final lap, the safety car pulls in and you begin the chase for the lead with 1 lap to go. Just give us a sense of what was going on.
I mean, throughout that whole race, we didn't have the pace. It didn't look like, you know, we were going to win because the last few races we were just a bit behind. But I never gave up. I always said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to make it look easy for them. I'm just going to keep pushing, and I'm going to try everything I can to at least keep the gap close. And that's what we did. I think as a team, you know, we did a great job with the strategy, always putting new tires on at the right time. And then you do need a bit of luck sometimes. I mean, when you look throughout the whole season, we had a lot of bad luck. And I actually lost a lot of points already. So otherwise it would have been a completely different championship. But that's always, you know, you have the ifs. So, you know, going into that race and then seeing it was not happening, I wasn't very happy at the time for, I don't know, 55 laps or something. But then, yeah, we had 1 lap to go, and I knew I had the better tires on. I was like, well, I have nothing to lose now. But then something else came up. I started to cross the line for the last lap, and I got a massive cramp in my leg. So I had to deal with that as well, and my throttle leg as well. So when I was actually going to go for the move into turn 5, I had a massive cramp, and I was actually very happy there was a corner coming up because I could actually brake. But that was also then the move to go into the lead. which was great. But then there were 2 long straights to defend, and you know, to deal with a cramp like that is not very nice. But I also knew that, you know, I'm fighting for a world championship here, and this has always been my dream. So, you know, I was, you know, just biting through that moment as well, because on TV you don't see these kind of things. But it was very painful. But of course, you know, to then come over the line, all the emotions came out. I didn't even know what to say. We're just screaming. I don't know. I never had so many people screaming into my earpieces. So yeah, I think I'm still a bit deaf to this.
Did you know
day.
what they were saying?
No, everyone was just screaming, and yeah, it was insane what came out. And it's just for everyone, you know, what it meant, especially after all these years of domination from Mercedes, where nobody had a chance to finally have a fight. I think everyone wanted that, and especially, of course, I wanted that. But yeah, to then, of course, come away with a championship is insane in a way, but also, I mean, just, I think, an incredible season, and I really loved it. It's been an incredible battle with Lewis, you know, one of the greatest drivers ever in Formula One, and I think we really push each other to the limit, sometimes over the limit, but that's also part of racing. But I think at the end of the day, we really respect each other, and I think that's very important, especially after the race as well. You know, how painful it is. We look each other in the eyes, and we respect each other there. And I can't wait also for next year, you know, to come back, and for sure we're going to try to fight again.
Well, a lesson in never giving up, that's for sure.
Max, all racing drivers dream of this moment, to stand on the pinnacle. You and your family have worked very, very hard to achieve this. Have you always had the belief that this was achievable?
Well, I mean, to be honest, when I was in go-karting, I never really thought about it too much. I was just enjoying my time, and I just wanted to win every single race I was competing. And of course, in the back of your mind, your goal is to get to Formula One and try to win there as well. But that's still, you know, so far away that, you know, you just try to do it one step at a time. I think the steps went quite quick, but yeah, I think for me the biggest influence in my career, of course, especially in the beginning, has been my dad. You know, with his experience already being a Formula One driver, he prepared me very well for everything. You know, so everything what came at me was not a shock or a surprise, and it felt pretty normal, which of course at the end of the day isn't normal, but it helped me a lot. And you know, these kind of things you will never forget.
And of course, it's been an incredible journey to get to this point, but this is now potentially really the start of things. Where do you see your future with Red Bull Racing Honda?
Well, like I said on the in-lap, hopefully 10, 15 more years. Yeah, hopefully I can stay with them for 10, 15 more years.
Oh, there's a nod going on over there.
Yeah, I think we all agreed to that. So, yeah, I hope, of course, that we can do this for many more years, all together with Red Bull Racing.
Brilliant, thank you. Well, please, ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for our 2021 Formula One World Champion, Max Verstappen.
And also our president for one last time, Jean-Todt.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute honour for us to present the awards this evening. We really hope you have enjoyed it as much as we have.